CIA Black Vault break-in.
Am I reading this correctly? A Kremlin bombing?
In fairness, the bomb was actually meant to kill him.
He gassed a security briefing.
In Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, we see the culmination of decades of covert missions, high-stakes espionage, and heart-pounding action. The story picks up a few months after the events of the previous film. The malevolent artificial intelligence known as the Entity, which had already proven capable of wreaking havoc, remains at large, having infiltrated global intelligence networks and seized control over nuclear systems. Governments around the world are on high alert. Intelligence agencies, powerful organizations, secret operatives, all racing to gain control of the key that unlocks the entity's full potential. For the protagonist, Ethan Hunt, played by Tom Cruise, it is a race against time. He refuses to hand over the key, even under pressure from political leaders. Instead, he vows to track down the entity's former proxy, Gabriel, and destroy the AI before it plunges the world into irreversible chaos. What follows is a globe-spanning mission from icy maritime depths to soaring skies and remote clandestine installations as Ethan and his team pursue the most dangerous target yet. This final mission brings back familiar faces. Longtime allies from the IMF team return to stand by Ethan, Luther Stickell, Benji Dunn, and others loyal teammates who have shared countless near-death missions with him. They are joined by new allies and unexpected adversaries. Together, they plunge into a world of shifting allegiances, betrayals, and moral dilemmas where trust becomes the rarest commodity. As governments vie for control and secret cabals conspire behind the scenes, the team's unity is tested time and again. The psychological weight of what could happen if the entity is unleashed adds a haunting urgency, not just for world security, but for the very soul of humanity. As alliances fracture and loyalties blur, Ethan realizes this mission isn't just about stopping a weapon. It's about reclaiming humanity's free will. The stakes could not be higher. The entity's reach extends beyond mere bombs or weapons. It threatens to compromise global intelligence, destabilize powers, trigger nuclear catastrophe, and upend the world order. Massive amounts of data are corrupted, state secrets exposed, alliances broken. The world edges nearer to chaos, where an unseen digital god threatens to decide the fate of nations. Against this backdrop, every decision matters. Every mistake could be fatal. Every mission, literally impossible. From the opening frames, the tone is set. This is no ordinary spy thriller. The pressure, the moral weight, the personal stakes, they all grow heavier. Ethan isn't just fighting for countries or agencies or codes. He's fighting for the future. Because if the entity wins, nothing remains sacred. Privacy, sovereignty, even identity, everything becomes vulnerable. And in that darkness, Ethan Hunt may be the last line of defense. Behind the camera, the film is helmed by Christopher McQuarrie, co-written by him and Eric Andreessen, anchored in the character framework originally created by Bruce Geller. The movie brings together decades of franchise legacy, a global production that spans continents, combining espionage, technology, physical stunts, raw emotion, and philosophical stakes. The musical score, composed by Max Arouge and Alfie Godfrey, replaces the previous composer's involvement and underscores the film's darker, more introspective tone. Every sequence feels designed to remind audiences, in this final reckoning, every action resonates. The journey to release itself was long. The film premiered in Tokyo in early May 2025, and shortly after was screened at the prestigious Cannes Film Festival on May 14, before being released widely on May 23, 2025. Its theatrical rollout was global, marking a major event for fans of the franchise. The release came after multiple delays. Earlier plans had scheduled it years earlier, but production delays, complications including pandemic-related disruptions, pushed it back multiple times. Yet the wait was not in vain. Upon release, the film earned substantial acclaim for its ambition, scale, and finality. At box office, it grossed approximately US $598.8 million worldwide, ranking among the highest-grossing films of 2025 and registering the largest opening weekend numbers in the history of the franchise, a testament to both its commercial pull and fan anticipation. Critics and audiences responded favorably. Many praised the film's jaw-dropping stunts, intense action sequences, and emotional weight, the sense of closure, finality, and legacy. The spectacle is real. Jaw-tightening aerial sequences, underwater missions, dramatic showdowns, globe-spanning espionage. In short, the series ramped everything to maximum. For longtime fans, seeing Ethan Hunt on one last mission felt bittersweet but earned. There is grandeur in the film's scope. Love, betrayal, sacrifice, redemption, and heart-pounding danger, all woven into a narrative tapestry that demands attention. Yet not all feedback was purely positive. Some critics pointed out that the film's dramatic ambitions sometimes sag under heavy exposition, the many story threads, political/cultural overtones, and the weight of tying together decades of lore make certain parts feel bloated or overloaded. Some felt the film prioritized spectacle over subtlety, and that at times character depth and emotional intimacy were sacrificed for action. For a saga built on tension and surprise, the relentlessness of set pieces sometimes dulls the tension. Showing too much too soon reduces suspense. But even among such criticisms, most agree the film delivers exactly what the title promises: a final reckoning. The stakes feel real, the danger feels tangible, and the sense that this may be the last ride for Ethan Hunt gives scenes emotional resonance no previous installment could match. The trailers captured that tone perfectly. Before release, a mix of sleek espionage, looming danger, and the promise of one final world-spanning showdown. We see glimpses of the entity's threat: global surveillance, nuclear secrets, clandestine operations. We see Ethan and his allies infiltrating remote sites, racing across continents, confronting enemies who aren't just human, but digital and ideological. The trailers don't just showcase stunts, they set up a philosophical question. When power becomes invisible, when control is digital, and when the enemy is ubiquitous, how do you fight? The answer, the film suggests, lies in human will, camaraderie, sacrifice, and determined resistance. In the end, The Final Reckoning isn't just a movie, it's a farewell. A farewell to a character, to a franchise, to decades of cinematic spy thrillers that redefined action cinema. It invites viewers to reflect, after 29 years of improbable missions, secret infiltration, betrayal, and redemption, what does it all mean? For Ethan Hunt, every mission was never just about saving the world. It was about saving what makes us human. And as the dust settles, as the credits roll, we are reminded no matter how advanced the enemy, no matter how powerful the threat, hope, courage, and human agency remain stronger. Because sometimes the impossible mission is the one worth doing.